And I said the type of reform that we need, just two: the electoral reform and the judiciary reform. Those two things. I think it is the lack of these basic reforms that have, accentuated the corruption in Nigeria. The moment we have a well-established, non-biased judiciary and a truly free and fair INEC or electoral umpire, that will by far solve the corruption problems in Nigeria. Because as it is now, in the face of it, it's like almost anything goes. Almost anything goes. Whoever is corrupt now feels this is the right time to actually be corrupt and go. Nothing is going to happen. Now, I was able to speak with somebody who read the book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, written by Dele Farotimi. And it seems as if the chief culprit of that book is Afe Babalola San. Now, what impresses me more about the book is that because a book accuses the justice system of being criminal, and as if propelled by some sort of benevolent catalyst, the judiciary is activated to justify that book. That is what I'm saying. Now, a human rights activist who by extension is a lawyer wrote a book from his perspective suggesting that the Nigeria criminal justice system is criminal, and somebody was mostly fingered. And without much ado, the person activated the Nigerian police to pick this person up, lock him without due consideration of his fundamental human rights. And what I am hearing now is that he has been denied bail. This is Nigeria. And that more charges have been added to his earlier charge of defamation, making it difficult for him to be released. And one of the charges that has been included to his previous charges is that of treason. And not only that, even though the case has not been heard, the judge has directed the law enforcement agency or people related or concerned to go about confiscating any book. What that means that if you have bought this book and you are seen with it, you can be arrested. And has asked all bookshops and online vendors to stop selling the book. The question I am now asking is, what are you hiding? Now, it may seem to the disillusionment of the judiciary or the corrupt system that they indeed think that the things they've been doing all this while is so inconspicuous to the common man. But as Nigerians, we all know how corrupt the Nigerian system is. Now, I just came in from Delta State. Oh God, I just came in from Delta State. I've not even had my bath, actually. Just came in like an hour ago. something took me to Edo State. I just came in from Edo State. Now, anything from the south up to Okene, police, and these are Nigeria. This is the Nigerian military who are supposed to be professional, asking you any joy for the boys. Show me love, show me love, show me love, show me love. That's the slang now. Show me love. That means bribe me, bribe me, bribe me. So in one of those instances, the soldier man pulled us over, and because the driver didn't want to give something, he asked us to park, that we should bring the load down, knowing that the whole process of bringing down the luggage and packing the luggage is going to be strenuous, and nobody in a transit will want to go through those strenuous exercises, and therefore the only option is to pay, and this time you pay more. So I gave a wry smile and grinned and shook my head in dismay, disapproving what I saw. The military man probably caught my chagrin and decided that, Oga, at the hello, I snubbed him. So, Oga, I'm hailing you. Any problem, sir? I said, no, continue with what you are doing. Then he said we should leave. The corruption has eaten deep. And trust me, when we say corruption has eaten deep, I'm not saying it excludes those pointing the corruption, including me and you. One way or the other, we are all corrupt. Very, 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 very corrupt. Now, I heard the man who wrote the book, who was telling me about the book, that if I read that book, Dele Farotimi did a thorough job. That if I read that book, if somebody slaps me, I will not take anybody to the court. That the justice system in Nigeria really, really need to be revamped, to be overhauled. And I'm like, okay, so where does this go from here? When we have a corrupt man sitting as president, deputized by a corrupt person, has employees as corrupt, operating a corrupt document you refer to as dictionary in a corrupt environment, tell me how nothing will be done with a corrupt intent. It's not possible. It's not possible. So, when we have judiciary whose primary responsibility is to protect the interest of the common man, when the judiciary should be the last hope of the common man to redress, but we have a judiciary that will give different rulings for the same legal scenarios, different rulings for the same legal scenarios. If you ask me, now who I go ask? So I don't think Dele Farotimi will be leaving prison very soon. But the beauty of this is that the characters involved are from the southwest. Now, hold it right there. Before you start thinking, hey, here go this man with his tribal thing again. No. That's not what I'm going. That's not where I'm going. But then imagine that this Dele Farotimi were to be an Igbo man. Oh, no. Dele Farotimi is a Yoruba man. And then one barrister Chinedu Okafor son is now the one that is being hammered And using his power, he picked Dele Farotimi and locked him. And we now know that it's one barrister Chinedu something. You know the atmosphere will not be this quiet. You know that the atmosphere will not be this quiet. So, if we have a judiciary that can be swayed or reconfigured by the mere implication of tribal proclivity, then the professionalism we should have expected from the legal profession is not there and will not be there. You see, I say these things. Sometimes I ask myself, do my listeners truly understand?
The rate of corruption global in the country is alarming, ranging from corruption in the judiciary, corruption in high places that are led to see that money will be trapped in the system for the official areas of corruption. What do you feel and like? Subscribe to my channel. Thank you and God bless.